World Wide Web. 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 Well, I'm standing on the corner of Destiny and Journey, learning legalese so I won't need attorneys. Things are getting way too shy, it's down in dirty south. No innovations coming out of players' mouths. Time to head for the border, take my crew on an Iliad. Reach out and touch the world, exposing 10% affiliates. But now I'm sure you guessed, we live in continental US. And we won't stop until we blow up the spot in Bangladesh. It's a mystery how such a small crowd controls the currency, while the rest of us are rats running on wheels in laboratories. False freedom society is only a maze for chasing cheese. The world spins 360 degrees, and so do you. Pick up the game from the brothers and you'll get food. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. The deal is the web across worldwide. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. The deal is the web of our thoughts worldwide. Worldwide, 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 worldwide. World Wide Web. Trapped in Groundhog's Day while repeating yourself, playing virtual reality, pretending you an elf. If it wasn't for my ijtihad, I'd be a thief or assassin. Quiet panther, stalking while you're racing rockers blasting. Seems the only sound investment these days is black jackets and caskets. I got a subterranean locomotive headed straight for Canada. Need some Medicaid, socialism's the only answer. Mosey on down to the shores of the Caribbean. Start speaking in tongues, make them think I'm Bolivian. Organized Aztec protests at the doors of Mopec. Cause there's some villains making trillions, taking till nothing is left. Move on to the jungles, strap myself to some trees, save the rainforest so our planet can breathe. Or would you rather die because they killed the cure to your simple disease? Steady propagating social crime, don't greed. Corporations stealing land from aborigines with no treaties. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Gina is the web of our thoughts worldwide. What about the Monroe Doctrine? Rip it up, burn it, and cast it to the four winds. Enemies, trade secrets, plans. So let's take it across the ocean, my hide. The core of my body shakes like ropes in a royal rumble. Native tribes committing genocide to the ATLian beat of humble mumble. Apartheid hasn't died, it's just no longer covered. The smell of death is in the air, sky overcast, and baby boom but a buzzing. Why is it the empires must colonize everything they discovered? Put a brick wall between you and the land called mother. Like the land you can't discover what's already there. So who are you to tell me how to walk, talk, and wear my hair? And what's up with this free zone? No flying over holy land, fighting over oil and sand. From the streets of Turkey and Israel to the dunes of Iran and Afghanistan. All of your holy books told you how to survive in this place. The last time I checked, we were all humans in the same race, supposedly cognitive. So tell me what the hell are you doing? Civilization and things falling apart, we're marching off to ruin. Let's take it back stateside. Pangea is the web of all thoughts worldwide. Worldwide web. The past has been preserved for us to learn from mistakes, like re-engineering buildings on the sites of earthquakes.
I Steve, I see you. Very about to have you. I just know how about the
friends.
Or
Maybe go to Europe,
Mutalaki,
smoke some hash and walk through tulips. Take a tour through the Caucasus Mountains and flow some knowledge on your ass from the peaks of Shiraz. But we're not through. The Filipinos, Indians, and Chinese have been patiently waiting like the Haitians. Staging
Welcome
demonstrations,
session of
meeting
Nomad
you,
Studio.
free, and you be you.
So I gotta do a little bit of
Leave me
shopping
alone
before
to
I
do
can sit
what I
down.
must do. I believe in the
It's like
eightfold
TikTok is
path. It
going in
must be
and out.
right. I couldn't find it.
I saw your
Inserted in
post. I
every
saw what
world,
you said.
redemption in sight. Not only that, but let's take it to the Swiss Alps. The population is in order with no split the scalps. So what's up, Mr. President? I don't mean to rush ya, but can you tell me what you plan to do about Poland and Russia? Hey, wait a minute. Let's take it back stateside and be in the web of all thoughts worldwide.
I have to go in and out over here on TikTok. Using the bouncy shaky signal. Hey, bro, you can use this song. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm posting something, it already belongs to us. I'll send you the link. That's us. If it's me, then it's us, right? Hey, yo, I'll be right back. I gotta go out and come back in. Meanwhile, before I do so, Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's mercy be upon every in the message. Try to jump back out and in because it's doing the whole so-and-so platform isn't responding. So one moment over here in the clock lane. Be right back. Yeah, the phone was kind of mad. There's going to be a few songs played for the intro. We're about to go into For Yahweh, the album. I got to do some shopping, and the clock platform was going to end up being paused later on anyway when it's time for me to exchange some finances. So, with that being said, lo and behold, at the end of the day, those other cliches. All right, so we can open it back up, and then we'll turn on the song to start up For Yahweh. Resume live. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Three. Oh, arriba. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. If we keep getting the buffering technique, I will find our way to a stronger signal. There you are, IB. Thomas Lovejoy, familiar name and face. Very tabah to have you all here. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who's come to the party. Today's party is brought to you by Mafia Soy Publications. Circa 1999, established 1997. Buckle in. Who's ever heard of a ride called the Accelerator? Who's ever heard of the hurricane or the avalanche? We're going to go fast. We're going to go faster. We're going to go backwards. But we're not going to go slower. Ideal Jut, I see you. Ashim Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. That goes to you and everyone at the party. We've arrived at the first destination. I have to go and look around on the shelving. We'll grab a couple of things. And then from here, we shall move towards the park. I am quite fond of the location we had going on yesterday. However, we are in the midst of Nomad Studio doing its thing. Nomad means you are capable of moving around, yet still be of service, use. You don't have to stay planted. Top dollar, I see you. Cake slicing, thank you. Ta-da, ta-da. Party in Sherwood Forest. Okay, so like I said, we're about to step into the store. While we're inside of the store, we're going to go through the For Yahava album. I already announced it on, well, not all of the album. I got a few songs saved on a playlist that we can listen to while I move up and down the aisles. We'll resume what's going on with the party once I step out of the store, because it's, it'll be enough that I got some music going on, right? Let's see here. Who's that? Esperanza. Bienvenido. Daryl, I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. That's for everybody who's coming to the party. Who's ready to talk about ethics and entrepreneurship? Who's ready to take on ignorance and indifference as your enemy? Kiki, Keke, I see you. You're going to sell something that said Osame, something like that? Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. It's been a minute since we actually have been doing our sessions. So yesterday we did a review about what's going on with Highestheightsstudio. Who is Highestheightsstudio? What is Highestheightsstudio? Where is it? What do they do? We're going to do the same thing for Mafia Soy Publications today. Bart the Man. See, Shem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, mercy be upon you, family, and your circle. P with a sign and a bunch of flags and a heart and tools and whatnot. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Who's ready for a song called Yahava You Reign? This album is brought to you by Cold Before Diamond Productions. Yahava You Reign. Mael, I see you. Always my grace, I see you. Bill Marie, Wicked Gal Team. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all. Thank you for joining the party. All right. If you had the choice of getting a box of 6 bags, 9 bags, or 7 bags, which one would you buy? Sky Walters, Ray, Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, family in the circle. Thank you all for being here. That was a song called Yahweh You Reign. D. Petty, I see you. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Man, all I'm trying to do is burn a square and talk about my day. Put in some hours. It's been a day. Miss Pierce, I see you. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. There's only a couple of things that I want to get right now. I'm not really putting my eyes on what I want. Now, when you got that one particular thing or two particular things, looking for a needle and a pen in a haystack. You know what I'm talking about? Mark Johnson, I see you. Guanakita. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Bienvenido. Thank you for coming through. Ohio, just in case you're from Nepal. All right. They got Snickers snack chips. Any of y'all know what nougat is? Call them Snickers because they laughing at you. If you know that reference, we can be in brotherhood. Call them Snickers because they're laughing at you. Well, I found one out of 3 things, and I'm kind of ready to go, but I do need at least one of the other 2 things before I go. Stopped in the store because I need to at least grab something to put in my system. Need calories. So while I'm searching for these other 2 objects, we're going to listen to a song called Psalms 1, brought to you by Cole Before Diamond Productions. Fantastic. I see you. William White. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for coming through. Calvaron, it's been a minute. It's very tabah to have you here. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Let's see. Like Steve, I look forward to the fireside. I saw we skipped on it last weekend. It's all gravy. We all got to take rest, even on the day of rest, right? Susanna, I see you. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Without further ado, DJ Don Dada is in the building. Shout out. Mini Dr. R502. See, Hashim Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all and these wonderful children who are walking through. It's a blessing to be above the ground, breathing and blessed. Do your best to be the one who gives another person a smile today. Kindness is contagious. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
That's wonderful news, brother. Without further ado, let's give a listen to Psalms 1.
Okay. I'm not putting nothing else in there. Put one of those things in there, but in their basket.
Kisses for Shia.
Hurry up.
All 83. All 83. I see you. Granola, that's what I want. Some granola.
It's not.
Manita.
No, you're not putting. No.
K-E-R. G-N-A. Manita de K-E-R. Bienvenue. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oh, wow. I don't know if I can pronounce those characters. I am King Abin. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak. Oh, yeah, that's right. We decided. Granola. There we go. Honey and almonds.
Hello.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Who likes green tea?
Guys and girls.
Hi there. All right. TikTok, y'all might end up getting stalled out. We're going to keep YouTube going. I'm going to do this with Devin, please. I'm going to request 10 copies. Ready when you are. Fine. Fine. Card's not locked. Can we try again?
Here, guys. Put it all in here. Fine.
Okay. Doesn't want to go through. Thank you. Sorry about that.
If you want, just add this straight. I'll pay for it.
It was asking for cash back and stuff. I had something else going on.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you though.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Manager to free plan?
Three, two, one. Dos, uno, verde. Arriba, arriba, arriba. We're back. Due to technical difficulties, I could not get my purchase at the store. Gonna have to unfreeze my card. We'll do that later. Meanwhile, we have a new visitor, Suresh. Hashim Yahab Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Thank you for hanging in over there in YouTube, TikTok land, and everybody in YouTube land. Some would say that was a messy affair trying to handle some business while doing a live. Well, the thing is, y'all could have waited till around this time when I was walking out of the door for me to start the live, or we could at least start the live and get business attended to. I can always unlock the card later. That just told me what was going on. Now, we're about to find a place that provides shade and get on with this. We spent a happy 30 minutes. Now let's keep on with what we have going. I was playing a song called Destiny and Journey when I opened up this live. We're going to start that song back up. Now that one's brought to you by me, 3PROJH, 3P Roge, 3P, plan, produce, peace, Roge, Ruach, wind, spirit, soul. You know, you are in Tabak company when the person next to you or in front of you or behind you is looking out for you, mind, body, and soul. That's a whole awareness and a whole company and a whole relationship. Care MC, DJ Dundada, Alley Talk. It is actually an honor and a privilege to have you all in here. It is my privilege to let you all know You can find Alley Talk 76 on both TikTok and YouTube. Please go follow him. For entertainment and education purposes, it just depends on what's happening with the conversation. DJ Don Dada, music mixer, producer like myself. Shout out. So I have this person over here in YouTube land named Suresh that says that I should sing with Suresh. So what we're gonna do is play one of my songs. And then Suresh, if you're still sticking around, you can find out for yourself if that's something that you want to partake in. All right. That's what we will do. Because I happen to be a producer and I can put down some lyrics. Every now and then I can throw a tune in a bag and walk around with it. October Harrison, I see you. Nadine, Capybara 503. I know someone who likes capybaras. I wonder if that's the same person. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all. Thank you for being here. This particular party is brought to you by Mafia Soy Publications. We get together Sunday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk about ethics in entrepreneurship. Last year around this time, we were discussing fighting ignorance, but we have a new enemy, not an opponent, an enemy. This enemy is called indifference. Indifference hides underneath miasma. When you're walking outside like this, and it's a beautiful day, and you're still feeling some kind of pressure on you, and you're supposed to be having a wonderful day, and they tell you to pop a rabbit pellet, which may make you feel even more dangerously depressed. That's not going to work. What can we do instead? So all we're trying to do is enjoy the great outdoors. Invite Dot to join as a guest. Wookie 99. It's been a minute. Through the Dawood, the cause, familiar names and faces. Very Tabah to see you all. So as I was saying, you know, you're out trying to enjoy a wonderful walk. So y'all don't know where I'm at. I spent a lot of time at the park. The particular section that we're at right now is a community garden. Three little birds beside my doorstep. I'm gonna stop right here, but the bench is out of order and there's no shade. It's not very cool. The shade is over here where I would have to stand. However, I don't like standing in this particular area. There's some creepy people that over my shoulder. Some creepy people. We'll discuss them later, but they're creepy. There's this pavilion over here that I sit at. That's where you've seen me do the live broadcast before. Now, what do we do when we get together Sunday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time while discussing ethics in entrepreneurship? Well, there's 10 different special interest groups that we talk about. You know, that gives us a total of 12 days to discuss things and then 2 days off. On Sunday, we do question and answer. And then on all those other days, well, that's when each one of the special interest groups takes their moment to give a perspective from that particular organization concerning ethics and entrepreneurship. So let's say you're out having a wonderful day like this and you're observing the community garden, but you're still feeling pressure and you're still feeling out of sorts. And you can't figure out what's really going on and what you should be doing and what's wrong with me. Maybe there's not anything wrong with you except for some pent up energy because you weren't doing the activity that you were guided and directed to do. What's that talent that you were known for doing as a child? To anyone else, it would have been complicated. To you, it came easy. I'm not talking about dribbling a basketball. I'm not talking about shaking your waist. Singing's all right. But yeah, on the team, there's people who know how to stitch a seam. That's important. There's people who know how to mix some mortar and lay some bricks. That's important. Who know how to stir up some paint, dip a brush in it and wipe it across a wall. That's important. Who know how to take a seed, put it in the ground, put some water on it, let the wind blow on it yourself, pray on it, watch it grow. That's important. Who know how to put a seed of knowledge in another person, watch them grow. That's important. Who knows the word infrastructure? Mamacita Perez. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. Thank you for joining us. Acts of Anthony? I don't know because it cut off. Lo and behold, there is someone occupying both of the two different pavilions that I would normally use. So, down a little further. Spider Drake, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim. Shalom Akbarak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. Well, now the choice is there's one more pavilion. And it's a little more stretch of a walk. And then there's some bleachers. There's also this bench underneath this tree, which is a lot more closer and convenient. We might be choosing the bench and the tree for the moment. So I'd like to sit down and take a sip of coffee. You ever have an old person look at you and ask you, why you walking me all over creation? It's about what it feels like. I'm sure you're having a good time with the shaky camera. This is found footage, y'all. You thought it was live. I disappeared a week from now. Came back and did this to let y'all. Mafia Soy Publications. 99. Some artists got together. An artist can be a person who draws, paints, sculpts, and then there are artisans. An artisan is a skilled worker who still crafts with their hands. Some people take things as objects for decoration or collection, and they gain value just because of the materials they were made of and how they are appreciated. other things are valuable for all of that, and also their wear and tear. You can buy a diamond ring with a gold band on it, or you can buy an actual diamond drill bit, not one that's made out of Teflon and titanium and then it's diamond tip. No, an industrial diamond. It will not outlast. Well, no, the diamond on the band won't outlast that industrial diamond. Can't suit the same purpose. Sarah Beth, I see you. Hey, you, I know you. Hey, cousin. Tiff, I see you. Angie. Hashem Yahavalahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. So, while we're sitting still, it's slightly quiet. See, I did have the designs of turning on Bluetooth. I'm not doing all that just yet because we're not far enough away from people. The bleachers are over there, but we're over here. All right, so while I catch my breath, you all get to listen to the next song. Yuki Fox, Johnny Monford, Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, family, and your circle. Valerie Thomas, peace be upon you. Welcome, bienvenido. Phew.
World Wide Web. 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 Well, I'm standing on the corner of Destiny and Journey, learning legalese so I won't need attorneys. Things are getting way too shy, it's down in dirty south. No innovations coming out of players' mouths. Time to head for the border, take my crew on the
Uncap the world is
trying to touch the world, exposing 10% of affiliates. But now I'm sure you guessed, we live in continental US. And we won't stop until we blow up the spot in Bangladesh. It's a mystery how such a small crowd controls the currency, while the rest of us are rats running on bills and laboratories. False freedom society is only a maze for chasing cheese. The world spins 360 degrees, and so can you. Pick up the gift from Parker Brothers, ain't gonna get a clue. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Nigeria is the weapon across worldwide. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Nigeria is the weapon across worldwide. Worldwide, 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 worldwide. World Wide Web. Trapped in Groundhog's Day, why repeat yourself? Playing virtual reality, pretending you an elf. If it wasn't for my ijtihad, I'd be a thief or assassin. Quiet panther, stalking while you're raising rockets blasting. Seems the only sound investment these days is like and caskets. I got a subterranean locomotive headed straight for Canada. Me some socialism's the only answer. Mosey on down to the shores of the Caribbean. Start speaking in tongues, make them think I'm Bolivian. Organized Aztec protest at the doors of Mopec. Cause they some villains, making trillions, take it till nothing is left. Move on to the jungles, strap myself to some trees, save the rainforest, so our planet can breathe. Or would you rather die because it killed the cure to your simple disease? Steady propagating social crime called greed. Corporations stealing land from aborigines with no treaties. Wait a minute, let's take it back stateside. Vegeta is the web of our thoughts worldwide. What about the Monroe Doctrine? Rip it up, burn it, and cast it to the four winds. Enemies trading secrets for lies told on friends. So let's take it across the ocean to the land of my hide. The core of my body shakes like ropes in a royal rumble. Native tribes committing genocide to the ATLian beat of humble mumble. Apartheid hasn't died, it's just no longer covered. The smell of death is in the air, sky overcast, the baby boom of the buzzard. Why is it the empires must colonize everything they discovered? Put a brick wall between you and the land called mother. Hypothetically, you can't discover what's already there. So who are you to tell me how to walk, talk, and wear my hair? And what's up with this free zone? No flying over holy land, fighting over oil and sand. From the streets of Turkey and Israel to the dunes of Iran and Afghanistan. All of your holy books told you how to survive in this place. The last time I checked, we were all humans in the same race, supposedly cognitive. So tell me, what the hell are you doing? Civilization and things falling apart, we're marching off to ruin. Let's take it back stateside. Vegeta is the web of all thoughts worldwide. Worldwide, worldwide. The past has been preserved for us to learn from mistakes, like re-engineering buildings on the sites of earthquakes. Strap two life preservers on to your feet, take a stroll on the beach on the search for some eats. It takes a while to find something agrarian. Go to Mesopotamia and find the Bavarians. Maybe go to Europe, smoke some hash and walk through tulips. Take a tour through the Caucasus Mountains and blow some knowledge on your ass from the peaks of Shiraz, but we're not through. The Filipinos, Indians, and Chinese have been patiently waiting like the Haitians, staging demonstrations, me to you, free, and you be you. Leave me alone to do what I must do. I believe in the eightfold path that must be right. Couldn't find it, inserted in every world religion in sight. Not only that, but let's take it to the Swiss Alps. The population is in order with no split the scouts. So what's
What's up, Mr. President? I don't mean to rush ya, but can you tell me what you plan to do about Poland and Prussia? TF is Pluto. It's on the outskirts of the universal orbital belt. Abdul Rashid. Fabian. Ashim Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for coming to the party. So as I was saying, I made that beat with MTV Studio on PlayStation. And then I mixed in sounds from Jimi Hendrix playing in Paris and sounds from Bombs Over Baghdad. So that's what I meant when I said, hey, DJ Dundada, we are similar because, yes, you are a DJ, you mix, you're a producer, so am I. Who is Mafia Soy Publications. That song was recorded over Jimi Hendrix in 2000. And I carried it with me and kept touching it here and there and remixing it and finally did master it up to where I wanted it to be. Now I can't remember which album I put it on. I'd have to go and look to see. Might be on Have Some Cake or it might be on a different album. All right, so that's a taste of what I do. Now, also Mafia Soy there's 3 artists, 3 illustrators telling the same story but with different styles of sketching and drawing, rendering images with pens, pencils, markers, on composition notebooks, filling up the pages, a 75-page composition notebook, front to back, set up with cartoon panels. So even though you might see the blue rule from a college rule or a wide rule notebook, you can also clearly see the comic book, Mafia Files. Not only do you have pictures to look at, well, there's some words to go along with it, so it'll tell you the story. Meanwhile, there's also lyrics, music with those pictures. Because if you put the pictures together and you have a story, you line it up correctly, you can have some little short videos. Apocalypse, I see you. Jason, Osiris King, King Dool, I see you. King Dog. Can't quite tell what that says. Justo, I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Aparat, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Who is Mafia Soy? So let's say you take a whole notebook and you fill it up and you have Mafia Files Volume 1, an introduction to the characters involved in the story. What if you got 11 or 12 composition notebooks full of things that happen in the story? And then you scan each page and you go back and you do line them up. What if you do put them up on a storyboard? Well, you've started a film. What began as manga can become anime. Moving pictures telling the story in a certain style of illustration. Who is Mafia Soy? How about a group of artists and artisans? You see, sometimes you have to be an artisan to support being an artist, because sometimes an artist isn't appreciated. Very Phineas, and then somebody with a whole bunch of symbols for their name. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. AI says I'm sharing the story behind a 2000 remix of Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Child. That's pretty close. I'll take it. Come from a neighborhood where some people were carpenters, and then there was carpenters' right hands, and then there was plumbers, painters, people who built stages, whether it was for musicians or if it was for plays. Bakan, I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Yeah. Not just go out and cut the grass, but manicure somebody's lawn. Go out and actually grow bushes of sage and oregano and things like that. And then go in and paint the nicest picture you ever seen in your life. Wait a minute, you used the word nice. You know what nice means? Yeah, naive. That's nice. It means naive, not knowledgeable. Paint a nice picture. It's a naive picture. It's not meant for any menace. If you look at it, it makes you have a calming effect. Nice. Met a lot of people. In the year 96, 97, between that year up to about 2005, 2010. Really from 96 to 2005, I spent a lot of time around a certain neighborhood. Gino, the young unk, I see you. Sassy, I see you. Hashem Yavalahim Shalom Aparat. Spent a lot of time in a neighborhood with some people who didn't just partake in artistic ventures, they also made sure that the homeless were given sustenance on Sundays. They would put together things throughout the week and then on Sunday present it and sometimes even do live music and entertainment and whatnot. No strings attached. Speak life into those loved ones. Yeah, no strings attached. Just if you need to eat and you want some food, here you go. We don't have any pamphlets for you, anything like that. Well, you might catch a flyer. You might catch a flyer telling you about where the next show is going to be. You're welcome to come to the next show. Support our DIY efforts. Do it yourself. Who is Mafia Soy? I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. I'm about to release a video that I was working on today. In the video, you will see a song credited called Emperor's New Clothes. It's off of an album called Clean Up Your Mess. It's the most recent release that I've done, most recent album. I mentioned yesterday that I'd been working with a group called Sugo Music Group. They were my distributor. But things were not going correct. The contract was not going correct. They were not paying me. I was receiving loyalty reports. However, I was not receiving anything that was a payment. Crazy numbers coming back. I'm seeing one result in my analytics and them sending me other results and ignoring what I knew to be true. So I found a different distributor. The one that I'm using now, y'all are welcome to look them up. And I'm about to talk about them anyway. The distributor I'm using right now is called Route Note. All right. There was a comment that got blanked out. I didn't mean to blank it out over in YouTube land. That's the distributor I use now. And so I was telling you all before, they have put me on 34 different platforms. You ever go to a platform or an app that you want to use and you have to use a subscription though? You got to sign up, sign in, do this, do that. Well, that's the reason most people aren't on multiple platforms. So you choose the one that you like. And you do get a chance to listen to your favorite artists and sometimes some new artists you never heard of. That's the benefit of streaming. Well, you got to look at it like streaming is the same thing as listening to the radio station. No artist is getting paid from the amount of plays that's going on a radio station. If you know about Deezer, if you know about iHeart, those are internet radio stations. Spotify is a glorified internet radio station. iTunes, those are radio stations. The only way to net high pay on those kind of platforms, you would have to own stock to where you are getting paid dividends from when other people increase in profit. Bro, I said, yeah. General Yahasab, it's been a minute. Ashim Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. It's very to have you here. Familiar name and face. So yeah, it's all right to get your stuff out there on streaming platforms. Those are radio stations. Prince, I see you. Ashim Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. That's for everybody that's here. Thank you for coming to the party. Desmond, welcome. Bienvenido. Thank you for joining. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. TikTok is a little bit beyond just a radio station because they provide video. YouTube is just beyond. Facebook is a little more beyond because they give you the opportunity to just post text. You can almost set up a blog on Facebook. In one form or fashion, you basically can. You have the ability to share a picture or a video, and you definitely can type out the text that you would like to say and share links that would send someone to a different location or to a website if necessary. If you upload something with that kind of content, it's called a blog. Why am I telling you all that? Because you can go and put in the effort to put all of your stuff on all of those places, and you're still not going to become wealthy. They're not going to be willing to pay you. You would have to own stock in the company that would generate profits for you beyond what they would be willing to pay you. Unless you happen to be someone who generates 1 million views every 30 minutes and you hold people to the platform. Andrew Cranford. It's been a long time. Been a mile running, and I don't run. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Familiar name and face. So what's your option if you can't depend on royalties? Well, here's your scenario. There's cake and then there's icing. Royalties are icing. What are you doing to develop cake? In order to have royalties, you have something that has a barcode on it, something that has a UPC. It's registered with a UPC. And then on top of that, if it's just one track, then it has an ISRC. It has its own individual serial registration code. That might not be the exact words that go with the letters for ISRC. However, we'll get onto the specifics later. I'm telling you that's what it does. Shaval, I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Why is all of this important? Because you need your copyright. You have a copyright for being the person who wrote or composed a track. And then you have a copyright for whoever performs the track. Might not be the same person. So there's 2 copyrights right there. And then there's the copyright for publishing and distribution. That's an outside company. In this case, Sugo had a copyright to publish the stuff that I was doing. However, no, they couldn't just assume full ownership because I had copyrights on 85 different tracks. That's why you hear me say 8 albums, 85 different tracks, registered with Sound Exchange, registered with BMI. Now, this isn't about just a musicians only discussion. ONG, Ong, you know about Ong Bak? Hashem Yahav Alahim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. That's for everyone who's here. Thank you for joining the party. So you need copyrights. And then you upload and register your music with a distributor. Once you register your music with a distributor, it gets sent along to these other, that's your PROs, publishing registering organizations. I'm registered with Sound Exchange because they say these ISRC numbers, these UPC numbers are registered to Terrence Thomas, 3P Roge, DJ Microwave, Wired Owl. These performances are credited to, so on and so on and so forth. Sound Exchange has me covered for that. BMI has me covered for that. This is the catalog that belongs to Terrence Thomas. Now, there are a couple of albums that don't belong directly to me. They are in my care. For Yahweh, an album dedicated to Yahweh and Yahweh's will and those who are willing to be within the kingdom of Yahweh, so that you don't have to say, be in the system and not of it. How about we are in the system where we are supposed to stand? So, I see you. Carla Valdez, Nadia, Benny, I see you all. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. This is not just for people who are musicians. If you happen to be a bricklayer, and instead of giving someone a business card, I say, how about I do a 60-second video for you that displays some of the work that you do and your contact information. You tell me the difference between getting 1,000 views of a video of you doing what you do and going and buying 500 business cards and handing out those business cards. What are people going to see first? Miss to Mrs. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. If I tell you I'll make you a custom video, it's going to cost you $60 because it's $1 per second. You have a custom video. Bavakasha, you're welcome. The reason why it cost you $60 is because now I'm about to hand you ownership of this video. It's not that I just make a video and then post it up once. No, here, I'm going to send it to you. You own this video. It is under cover of copyright. Matter of fact, since it's talking about you, it's a copyright for you about you. But how do I go about getting a copyright? Well, you're going to copyright your intellectual property. What's that? Any image, any sound, video, or even thought tied to any arrangement of letters, no matter the shade of color, concerning blank, subject here, is protected and owned by blank, your name here. You can actually secure your own copyrights for free. If you don't know how, you can contact me. I'd be willing to show you. So you're going to get this 60-second video that now belongs to you because it's protected under copyright. There's going to be 60 seconds of music that was composed specifically to meet your taste. What kind of music do you like? I'm not going to ask you who's your favorite artist because no, we can't go out there and reproduce something that your favorite artist does. I want to find out what you like to listen to because then if you happen to come around your clientele, they know if you're a jazzy type of person or if you happen to like metal or whatever the case may be. They know a little bit about your personality just from the music. It's not about giving someone a jingle that's just going to make them wind up. They just wind up winding up. Doesn't mean they're going to call you and take you serious. Haley unmuted. Eugenia. Fire Wade. I see you all. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here at the party. So, there we go. Hit the right button. The comment came back. Joy, alhamdulillah. Nisi Love Jones. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessing, mercy be upon you, family, and your circle. That's for everybody here. So now, in your hot little hands, you have possession of a video with images concerning you, music reflecting what you do and your personality. Now, what are you supposed to do with it? Ambu Jesus. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. Trish. Embracing me. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Phew. If you're a bricklayer, if you happen to clean houses, if you happen to manicure lawns, if you happen to sew clothing together or crochet blankets and hats and things like that, wouldn't you like to have a persuasive, effective way for people to find out who you are? Well, see, that's the reason why Mafia Soy Publications was developed. We wanted a way to be able to publish our DIY efforts, do it yourself. We wanted a DIY label for our DIY efforts. Why go and work yourself to the bone, waiting for somebody to scout you and give you a contract that's really a loan that's not going to pay you more than what you would make doing minimum wage when you can represent yourself? Pharaohs? Joe Wayside. I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Familiar name and face. It's very glad to have you here. As a business, you can look at spending $500 here and there for advertising. Well, not $500. Let's say you spent $100 on 500 business cards, or you spent $60 for a video. You don't have a copyright on your business card unless you design it yourself. You have it printed off and you put the copyright on it because it's saved as part of your intellectual property. That's how that works. And you have to have a copyright in order to register things, or a copyright can be provided for you. And it doesn't have to cost you. I know how to get copyrights for free. IRL, aka Sunflower, thank you for joining us. Greg Rivera, bienvenido. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. Thank you all for being here. What if you had a digital portfolio? What if you had 10 different videos and you had 10 different sounds registered? And every time one of those sounds played, it was counted and you would get a royalty report about it. If it was played on Facebook, if it was played in 18 different countries on Facebook, it'll show you the different countries. It'll show you how many times it was played in each of those countries. And then you got plays in YouTube. You got plays in TikTok. You got plays on Deezer, on iTunes, on Spotify. Now, some distributors will tell you, yeah, if you pay a certain membership per month or per year, we will put you on these platforms. What if I told you there's 250 different platforms out there? You're going to pay to be on 10? Or you're going to find out which ones are out there that are accessible for you to use and share with other people. That's why I started today's session talking about the fact that, yes, my distributor put me on 34 different platforms. I've gone through a third of the list, and the third that I've gone through out of 34, which would be 10 or 11, half of those were subscription based. Even if I wanted to go in and check to find the tracks, 13 tracks from an album. If I wanted to find the tracks, I would have to be a member or have some kind of profile. Okay, that's fine and dandy. I'm not interacting with those platforms like that. Baby Schizo, DW Flexin, Neen G, I see you. Vexed Lexi, I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, families, and your circles. If you secure a copyright, your UPC barcode and the ISRC, see, you can embed that in your metadata, the actual file, the audio file of the song, and then the metadata of the video file. You know, when you put in a DVD or an MP3 and it tells you the artist info, tells you the label. When you play a track from Clean Up Your Mess, it's going to tell you that the label is Highestheightsstudio. It's also going to tell you that it was published by, well, I have to go and look because now I got a new distributor. It's not the same one. I got to go and look. I do know that it does mention it's brought to you by Route Notes. That's what I was mentioning earlier as well. There's a video I'm about to release playing one of the songs from the album, Clean Up Your Mess. The song is called Emperor's New Clothes. It's an instrumental. It's got 13 tracks on an album, and most of them are instrumentals. It was made for we. It was made for us. We can use the music to promote us. Suzy Q, Frank's Lord, Mike O, I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. What's our mission statement? We're supposed to be providing resources to orphans, widows, those who are ill, those who are imprisoned, those who are on the divine path and don't have enough resources to support themselves while they go about their day, the week, the month. That's our mission statement. And since that's the case, we're generating things in order to provide for a like-minded group. I want you all to put that together. These streaming platforms, there's also places like uh, Bandcamp and a few other places where you can upload songs, tracks, people can download them. Or you can directly contact the person. Hey, I like that song. I like that video that you did. Is there a way that I could have a copy of that personally? Yes, actually, you can. For each of the albums that I release, it's basically a soundtrack to a film. For every 45-minute or more film that you release, you have putting it in the short film, or at least registering it as a short film, not a movie. Movies are scripts meant for entertainment. Films. Films are meant for you to think. They're not meant for you to blank out and just ride along. Films are meant for you to sit down and use your brain. And by the time you get up and leave, your brain is still going. Enough for you to want to have a conversation with someone else about it, or to go and look up some information about it. Not just go and tell somebody you saw a funny movie or a sad movie or something that tugged at your heartstrings. Did it tug at your heartstrings enough to go out and do something in reality? Liz Rivas, Inspiration Podcast, Brando Lozano. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Jay Letty. Fat Boy T-Dub, that name makes me laugh. Just scrolling back, seeing who all stepped in. Jackie. Mario DeMello, MC and publisher at large. Y'all go check out Mario DeMello. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. User 14362800867. Charles Greer. It's been a minute. It's very glad to see you here. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for coming through. Stopping through at the party. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Got another 30 minutes in me. I think I can talk. If you all got an ear, we'll finish up the trip. So, I don't know if I can do 45 minutes worth of footage. How many times have you taken a picture of something you ate, posted it? If you open up your handy dandy editor and the devices that you're using right now, so there's a video editor you can use. The commercials tell you to use CapCut. If you use CapCut, they're going to put a watermark on it. And in order to remove the watermark, you have to pay a subscription fee. And yeah, they'll give you a few more different effects you can use and things like that. But you have to pay for it. Okay. There's a different app. It's called YouCut. 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 No watermarks. Similar effects and editing tools. No watermark. Yes, there are some that you can pay for if you want to upgrade the experience. However, if you dabble around enough, you start figuring out how to use the basic tools to do the same nuances that they want to give you. 20K Zah. I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, your circle. That goes to you all. Love, my 10-year-old nephew, the Theo. Okay. Salvation. Okay. See it. Dove. Okay. Dove Eve. Hashem Yahav Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace to all of you, and thank you for being here. If you put a picture in a video editor in the app, if you upload a picture in the video section, it's going to grant you 4 seconds. There you go. You got 4 seconds. We're going to show this picture. It doesn't do anything. It's just there. Full screen, this picture. What's 15 times 4? 1, 2, carry the 9 or something. Move over that, then come back over here. It's 15 times 4. 60. 60 seconds equals a minute. By the way, I do need to correct something. Yesterday, I was rattling off some numbers and I was talking about this. What did I say? 200-ton gorilla named Ignorance. Well, how many pounds is 200 tons? And I did it then too. I said 1, 2, carry a few. Now, a 200-ton gorilla would be 200 times 2,000. And at first I said 40,000 pounds. And then I said, no, we're going to add another 0. 400,000 pounds. That just went from a 200-ton gorilla to a 2,000-ton gorilla. 2,000 squared. Alicia Alvarado, Richie, Bienvenuto, Dante Lee, Black News Promoter. I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know about Amazon TV? Bambino, the greatest. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Something is mad at me on my shin. Hold on. My pants just didn't like me. So here we go. If 15 pictures will give you 60 seconds, how many times have you taken pictures of something you ate? How many of those pictures do you have saved in your device? You could do a metamorphosis of all the things that you ate and fade in and out of the different plates that you've had. Now, there's what you went out to eat, and then there's what you serve up from your own kitchen to your family. On the back of the stove and let it simmer. Meanwhile, that's how you get 45 minutes worth of footage. You don't just sit down and come up with 45 minutes of it immediately. Jovan, I see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. You could do a 1-minute short video, 3-minute. If you do any of those, it will go quickly in circulation on the social media platforms that you use. Longer videos, excuse me, they're not really being posted up as much concerning algorithm. Make a short video and post it. You know why you don't see anything about us? Because you're not posting what you do. Pancho Villa. Like how you spell it. That's pretty funny. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you, your families, and your circles. Mafia Soy Publications. Guinness and Mafia Soy. Family am I. Willie H, I see you. Where up, Vicky Hart? I see you. Stephen Joshua. Hashem Yahala. Hashem Yahava Elohim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Well, let's say you have 1 minute that contributes to a documentary. What if you have a documentary broken down into sections and there are 1 minute videos in between the sections? These videos are promoting the people who were willing to support the project, the enterprise, investors. Most people, when they talk investments, they want to talk about LLCs. I'm a sole proprietor, not an LLC. Because I'm not corporate, I have no plans to go corporate. Barak Alafik. Subhanawati Amin. I have no wishes to go corporate. If you want to talk financial exchange with me, we can talk about something called Takaful, Takaful. If you want to know information about investing, I am a consultant. I do know about insurance. I do know about investing in securities and Rothschild and everything else. But like I said, if you want to speak with me, eventually we're going to lead to Takaful. I can even show you where I have a registered producer number, an ID number as a producer, license in life, health, property, and casualty. Those are 4 different licenses for insurance. Yeah. Sheila, I see you. JR 504 Love, I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all. What if I told you there's something that exists called a smart contract? You call me on the phone and you tell me that you have a service needed. Someone needs to come and put a new backsplash and countertop in your kitchen, and you'd also like one in your 2 bathrooms. Who do I know is great at doing backsplashes? You don't want some super expensive marble, but you do want something that's pretty and it's got a distinctive pattern. Who do I know that can cut tile, install it, and make sure there's no mess, fill in the grout, then cover the grout with something beautiful, make sure everything is polished nicely? Who do I know? Well, you're contacting me because I'm a general contractor. Now I have to find a team that can do that. 1 man, 2 men, maybe 3. I heard 3 different services. So let's get it done as quickly as possible. Let's get this done expeditiously, people. Chin, mom life, postpartum. I see you. Postpartum positive. Hashem Yahava Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, and your circle. That's what we were discussing earlier. What kind of atmosphere are you in? Are you in a positive atmosphere? Are you dealing with something that makes you feel suppressed? It's not necessarily depression. There is barometric pressure. We deal with it all day, every day. It fluctuates. We have a high level pressure coming in, and then there's a low level force that's coming in as well. They're going to meet each other somewhere around 2 or 3:30 this afternoon. And when they do, look out for possible storms. We have a 20% chance that there may be storms, a 20% chance that there may be thunder, but then again, it might just be a partly cloudy day. Heard that before? But when those high and low level pressures are meeting each other, those fronts are meeting each other, we feel it. We feel it in our eardrums. We feel it within all the pressure zones in our bodies. For every beat per minute, every beat per second. Because, yeah, your heart can speed up enough to that thump thump goes pretty quickly. It's pressure. It's not always feeling sad. Sometimes it's adapting to your environment. So, you as an individual or you as a group can invest in someone who does smart contracts. You called up the general contractor. The general contractor needs to make sure that the service is done. So the general contractor calls somebody else, says, I need you to go to a specific address at a specific time, check out the layout, and I want you to speak with a person who wants to be your client and make sure that you treat them accordingly and with respect. Now we've initiated a contract. Once that client agrees, and then you show up the next day or whenever the time is agreed upon, it's going to take about 2 days, especially if you got 2 to 3 people working on all 3 rooms at the same time. The reason why it takes 2 days is because you set it the first day after you've done all the cutting and everything. Then you come back, you seal it. You come back on the 3rd day to make sure that everything is according to satisfaction. Make sure your client is satisfied. That's what the 3rd day is for. Now, I could write all that out, or I could type it all out and we can put that on some paperwork, or I could save it in a Word document. I could post that up on a shared network where everybody has a community board that tells you about all the different activities that's been going on for the day, for the week, for the month, annually. So we'll have the saved documents. Now, these are things that you would expect from any business anyway. If you went to somebody's house and they said, yes, I run a business. If you went to somebody's storefront and they say, yes, I run a business. Now, I don't have to see your ledger. However, I want to know that you keep one some way, some form, somehow. I don't have to see all of the people who have been your clientele. However, it's assuring to know that you have some clientele. Some people who were satisfied, and even the people who did not like your work. Because sometimes it's not that you didn't do the work correctly. Some people are just disgruntled all the time. They don't like anything. But did you do quality service? Do you have a record of that? That's what makes it a smart contract. Because this contract is going to say, we wrote out what was expected. There was a financial exchange that was done once this project was done to satisfaction. We're at 28% on this device and 71% on this other device. Amazing. We're all right. It's 5:42 Eastern Standard Time. 5:42, 5:43. We got a little bit of time to wrap this up. Normally, when I was on, we do about 2 hours. So yeah, we're running through this one because I want to complete the thought. I want you to understand what Mafia Soy Publications stands for. I want you to understand what service Highestheightsstudio is actually putting in. Remember earlier when I was saying our mission statement, we're supposed to be looking out for the sick, shut in, the orphans, the widows, the imprisoned. How many times you done heard about some organization that says that they are part of the prison mission? How many of you have been in organizations where you got to write a letter to get permission to go in and visit? How many of you had access denied? What if you had a message that was registered and given access to the streaming system for those who are incarcerated? You see, not just anybody gets their products played there on that network. They're handpicked. What if you had access to that? Since writing letters and requesting permission to come visit doesn't work, what if you could actually put the message out there, the same thing that everybody's hearing on the radio out here in the big yard, they can hear in the little yard? These are opportunities. So let's say you have a soundtrack associated to a documentary or a film, and it might also mention your particular business or service. Let it simmer. Think about it. DNA's Mafia Soy Publications. Que miras? What you looking at? Hashem Yahav Elohim Shalom HaBarak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bienvenido. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Thank you for being here. Gracias. Grazie. Dera. Shukran. Shante. It's possible. Thank you all for being here. You can develop a smart contract, post it on a blockchain on Web3, and have it sponsor an NFT to where even when the smart contract as an NFT has been bought and paid for, it can still be resold. And every person who owns or has owned the NFT will actually get a percentage every time it's sold. So there's the original person who posts the content, and then everybody who buys it afterwards. Or maybe that person posts the content, posts it as a receipt saying this has been sold, it's done, gifts it over to the next person. The other person just keeps it in a collection. Now it's going to gain value just because of the notoriety of the person who generated it. When you thought you were just seeing some goofy pictures going for high dollars and wondering why people were paying so much for goofy pictures, it wasn't the pictures. They were initiating smart contracts for things they would be able to do that would keep finances moving. Trade futures. You've heard of Bitcoin. You've heard of Ethereum. You've heard of Tronex. You heard of Dogo or whatever it's called. You heard of Solera. What if you had a coin? What if you as a content creator had your own coin? What if you as a meme creator had your own coin? What if you had a coin just because you set up a profile and that name on your profile becomes cryptocurrency? A person can drop cryptocurrency into your e-wallet associated to that name. You have to actually use an encrypted coded address to access it. And then there's a separate account still with that wallet However, now people can invest in the DAO of your coin. YEXCDGE. Shemi Havalahim Shalom Barak. Tony and Noah. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Anai Felicity. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Your profile. Register as an actual crypto coin. And then people can also invest in your DAO associated with that coin. What's a DAO? You like giving money to GoFundMe. No, we like raising money. No, you like giving money to GoFundMe. Because every time you start up a GoFundMe, you're giving them money. You've heard somebody say, give me money, because I ain't got any. Mhm. Francisco Herona. Maybe it's cut off. Maybe that might be Hernandez. I don't know. Bienvenido. Hashem Yavalahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, family, and your circle. Who is Mafia Soy Publications? Guianese. Family am I. Yo say I fam. That's Mafia Soy backwards. Yo say I fam. You know I'm gonna post this link up. I'll post this one up. So let's see, where are we? What I'm getting at is an NFT is a smart contract that you can initiate. What is your specific talent that you can do, that you can offer as a service that will help other people, and it will generate a livelihood for you and take care of your family, and you can actually establish a legacy. That's what we're doing. Legacy building. The real princess. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Thank you for being here. So you get yourself your copyright. Where am I supposed to get that at? Copyrighted.com. 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 If you want to know what you're supposed to put on it, well, you'll have to watch this video back. You're trying to cover your intellectual property. Go look up intellectual property. And when they ask you what this copyright is covering, you put everything that's covered in intellectual property. Go look it up, find out what it says, and you write all of that in. As applied to blank, your concept here, your name here. And it is owned and protected by blank, your actual government name there. Because if you want to be taken seriously, this isn't about your artist name. My artist name is under copyright, 3P Roche. Well, when I step out the door, when I open my eyes and get up from sleep, I'm not 3P Roche. 3P Roche whenever I feel like reciting something. DJ Microwave whenever I feel like composing some music. I'm always Malik. I'm always TJ. I'm always Pete. Like I said yesterday, if I had $1 for every name that I have, we'd all be rich. Let's work on that. Who's with me? Campaign. Hashtag kindness is contagious. You go out and do a kind service for somebody. Don't wait for it. Thank you. Just go do it. That spreads to somebody else wanting to go be kind to somebody else. Be the reason somebody else has a smile on their face. Hildy CHDW, YMG, Maija, Becky, Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. So you secure copyright at copyrighted.com. Every time that you want to post a picture or a video or something like that, go into your files, change the name of that picture or that video or whatever, and specify what's in the picture. The name of the file should be the description of what's going on in the picture. That way, when you post it, yes, it can be found. But they stealing people's stuff, and why would I make it easy if they could find it from the subject? Because you protected it with your copyright. Now, if they take it, they have to change it in order to use it. Does it matter? No. Why are you worried about people stealing your stuff? Can't steal it if there's nothing out there anyway. And no matter if somebody steals something, if you got the original and you got the name and the title on there, it's got a timestamp on it. That file has a timestamp on it, meaning when it was made and published onto any platform. First off, when it's made, if you type up a document, a Word document, and you hit save, yes, there's a copyright on it. But no, you want your own personal stamp on it. When it says author, and you put your name in that slot. And when it says owner, which could be different, you want your name in that slot. What is metadata? I mentioned that earlier. Tiani Gulat, I see you. Christ Nation, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. What's metadata? Well, if you go inside of a digital file, whether it's an image, audio, video, text, yes, there's a slot that shows who wrote it, who composed it. If it's a Word document, if it's a file.txt and it's actually computer coding, if it's a sound, if it's audio, if it's video, yes, you can put the artist credit. Same way if you put it in a DVD and you can see all the information plus the chapters, because the DVD, the movie, or whatever the presentation is broken down in, and you're going to see who presented it. You got the credits at the end of a movie showing who's the director and all of that. Well, you put in an album. We used to use DVDs or CDs back in the day. When you put that in your deck and you had a Pioneer or an Alpine or even a Magnavox, that LED display is going to tell you the track number, the name of the track, the artist, possibly the label, and the year that it was presented. Copyright, trademark. You have the ability to put all those things in. Or you can put in a grind and wait for somebody to come and scout and find you and offer you $1 million contract that's really a loan. That's your choice. Now, while you're out here and you're trying to attract people who are of like minds, and you're trying to invest in a kingdom and a system that was here from the beginning, when you're ready to do that, and you find the people that you want to work with, Ramata, Ramatahata, Velvet Elvis Nouveau, Velvet Elvis Nouveau, Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramata might be Hindu. Namaste. Find this like-minded group. All of you have different services, but you want to work together. Form trust. That trust can be formed as a fraternal order. That's how you make it to Chakafu. You have services rendered from people who have vetted in and said, this is what I do. And then they also provide shared interest amongst each other, invested into one place to provide assistance to those who need. Mafia Soy was established in 1999, circa 1997, to begin a DIY label. You know, Kamishiro. I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Lai, Lee, I see you. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Ohio. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, your circles, for everybody who's here. You secure that copyright. And even if you're only displaying audio and sounds concerning your products, even if it doesn't amount up to the 45-minute minimum required to be registered as a short film, even if it's only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, those tracks that you have assembled need to be registered as sounds, because even when you're not using them, or even when it's not just being played from your specific content that you uploaded, other people can use it and show support. That's the reason I've been doing what I've been doing this whole time. Y'all remember when a certain artist got into legal trouble? Well, man, which one do you mean? Exactly. Y'all still playing that stuff. Let that simmer. TNS Mafia Soy. You ever heard of a place called Tanzania? Tanganyika? Right outside of Tanganyika Island. It's called Mafia Island. Morel. It's very tabah to see you. I need your help, by the way. I really do. I need your help, sir. Very tabah to have you here. I'll be sharing the link from this afterwards. Once it's said and done, it gets registered into YouTube and saved. Because, yeah, we're doing a simultaneous broadcast. We're on both TikTok and YouTube. Secure your copyright in order to register your sounds and your text and your images and your videos, so that when you distribute them and upload them to these social media platforms, then it's worth saying, no, you can't take my stuff because I own it. And if you do, it's theft. Meanwhile, when it shows that you have 300 and something views on a picture, well, that's credited to you now. When you have 1,000 views on a video with a sound behind it, it means something. Just because you go viral doesn't mean you're about to be a millionaire. I got 1 million views. Yeah, the platform that you got 1 million views on just got $1 million. Do you think they're going to give you $1 million? If you don't have your name on anything, rots a ruck with that. Secure your copyright so that you can put barcodes and ISRCs on your content so that you can upload it, share it with other people. Talked about hashtag kindness is contagious. Here's another one for you. Hashtag share and hashtag share alike and hashtag share and share alike. For everybody that's talking about, I remember back in the day when we used to do this and we used to do that. Well, that's the grassroots system. Share and share alike. When you like something, share it. Share it out. Because you might have 200 friends that don't know anything about what you're sitting there liking, and it might help somebody else. That person who's uploading the content, you might have 200 friends that that person does not know, and might need to know them. We're holding each other back, being lazy. If you can hit the like button, you can hit the share button. If you can hit the share button, you can also comment, leave a word or two, leave some more. Tell somebody how you felt from looking at their content. That means something. Some of us are not bots. Some of us are not AI. Some of us are not just putting in a prompt in order to give you products. The challenge is for you to figure out which one is which and to show your respect and your thanks. Whether I pass away tomorrow or not, the message is out there. Show up and say, yeah, I caught that. Or yeah, I questioned that. Oh, I'm open to that. We can disagree. You can question something I say. I'm not going to get in my feelings about it. We're going to study. Oh, well, you come across it that way? Well, let's look that up and find out what that means that way. And then we can talk about it this way. And then when we get done, we can figure out our way. There's one path. Each of us have a different stride. There's one path. Y'all's child Tabitha, I see you. Lil Meat, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Secure your copyright. Get a barcode. Get your ISRCs. Register some content. Make yourself available. If you don't feel like you can actually make content, like I said earlier, how about you contact me? I will do a 60-second video for you, customized all for you. Everything that you like, it'll be yours. $1 per second. Or how about you go through the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. Country girl princess, I see you. It's very tabah to have you here, sis. It's great to have you here. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings and mercy be upon you. You came in right when we was leaving out, but that's okay. We're giving it a close, and I'll be sharing the links later on. Country girl, if you happen to still be in contact with Malcolm, let him know we're coming back with Crypto and Beyond. I would be honored to have him and you and everybody else. We need to pick up on business where we left things. You know, you still have a coin. It's been sitting kind of quiet and high and dry at the moment, but the coin is still there. Let's see. You do want to establish a profile on Web3. What's this Web3 and why do I need to be on that? I use a network called the Social World. If you register a profile on the Social World, that's where you can generate a coin. And that's where you can begin the adventure that I was describing earlier. Now, you don't have to have a coin to do cryptocurrency, or you don't have to have a coin and all of that to be a sole proprietor. It helps. I just went through a scenario of the things that I have come across from 1997 to 2026. What have you been doing with the last 30 years of your life? What can you tell somebody about your portfolio? Jefa Team Locos, Foliato, Captain Anthony. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalamat Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. But what would it cost to do a 1-month session to learn about securing copyrights and uploading your content and getting your point across, your message in an organic manner? Because we don't do pay to play here. Nasha, see you. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalamat Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. No, we don't do pay to play. I'm not going to tell you if you give me $10, I'm going to get 100 views for you. I can get 1,000 views. Who's to say you give me 1,000 views and none of them come back? None of them are interested. I just gave you $10 for somebody that's now clogging up space where somebody else could have been here who wants to know about it. Thank you, sister. I see you. You will and you know. Thank you. There is a way that we can be supporting each other instead of crying about what they're offering to us. It's not about your convenience. They're going to give you conveniences because you are paying them just to be there. You like making the middleman rich. I got you. I see it. I see it. So if I put a sign on my back that says middleman and a logo on the front that catches your eye, you're going to pay me. I see how it works. Cash App, $, Highest Heights. PayPal, 3P Rose, no Highest Heights. I see you. Pay me. No, I'm not Jay-Z. Get your copyrights. Then get a registered barcode, a UPC. Get individual track serial codes. Get distributed and published so people can come across your material and reuse it. You're not going to become a millionaire off of the views that people just see from what you do. You're not going to become a millionaire off your friends. If you had 1 million friends, do you think all of them going to give you $1 all at one time at one day? Oh, you Simone. Cintura de Perro. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Get your copyright, get your barcode, get your ISRC. Make sure that you are published and distributed. Now here goes the important part. Even though you're distributed by a certain company, what are you doing in the digital realm to make sure that people know that you're active? How many platforms are you on? Well, my favorite is so-and-so, and I use that. Do you own that platform? Do you have a website of your own? A webpage, www.here'swhereyoucanfindme.com, .org, .wp. Do you have your own personal website? Are you using 8 or 9 social media sites? No, I usually get bogged down on 1 or 2 because I'm stuck scrolling. Well, why are you sitting there scrolling? Every second that you are on that website and you are doing something that is not pertaining to you and what you own or somebody that you know and making sure that you support them, you're paying the website. They get paid for every second that you are on the site. Not your friend, not you. The site's being paid. More than likely, not even the person who's posted the content that you're looking at is getting paid for what you're looking at. Let that simmer on the back of the stove. Doesn't have to be that way. Tiango 387. Let's see. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Secure a copyright. Get barcode and ISRC numbers. Make sure that you put your information in the metadata, the file information, for each one of those files that you're generating in your phones and on your tablets and on your laptops. Go inside, and after you click save, there's another thing in there that says edit. Go and seek ownership. Just because you put up a message saying, oh, I heard that this social media site is trying to take people's images and I don't give their permission, that does not stop them. That is nothing lawful. Because you said it was okay the day that you said, I accept terms and conditions on this site. PMCS Daddy, I see you. Look rude, I see you. Offline, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aliens cold face, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Get yourself a website. You need to be on 8 or 9 social media platforms. How much does it cost to get on the level where you at, bro? About 190 per month after taxes. I can show you how to do this. If you stay at it for 30 days, you'll get the idea. Now, you won't be able to just do it smoothly. Now, you can pay me $190, I'll do it for you. Or that same $190, I will show you how to do it, because I'm going to report to you every time there's a picture that I generate concerning you. And if you're paying for it and you want to do the classes, that means if I generate a picture, you generate a picture. And if you generate a picture, I'm going to generate some more. And I'm going to do a video. Because you inspired me. You did a picture, now I get to see what's in your mind. Thank you. I'm going to work with that. $190. Find out how to do pictures, videos, make your own music, get it all registered, post it up on at least 2 social media sites. You think you can do 2? Can you do 3? In 30 days, do you think that you can muster up the skills to be able to generate a post and post it up to 3 different sites every day for 30 days? I'll give you 15, because the first 2 weeks, I don't expect you to be able to just churn them out like that. What if I tell you you just got to do 5 pictures in a week? You don't even have to do 1 picture per day. First 2 weeks, 1 picture per day, 5 pictures in a week. Because I want you to see what it's like. You walk into the gym, you see some stacked up, ripped up dude busting out 100 push-ups like it ain't nothing. You drop down trying to do 1. Thought you was going to do 20. Can't even do 1. I can take you through the steps to where you can go from 1 to 100. Because that's what I do. Yes, I know how to paint. Yes, I know how to mix some mortar. Yes, I know how to draw out a straight line and do something with some tile. Yes, I have friends who can put shingles up. It's not something that we want to do. We can do it. Now, if it means that there's going to be a family moving into that domicile and now they have a safe house, yes. If you want me to show up and sweat and grit for no reason except to get yelled at and still not be able to feed my family correctly? No. Vesta Elegante. Anistia. Chucho. ¿Qué tal? Mi canal. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bienvenuto. Por qua. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy to all of you. Thank you all for being here at this party. We're going to close out in a moment. We've been going, it's 2 hours and 18 minutes in now. Secure your copyright. Get your barcode. Then you get your ISRCs through distribution and publishing. Make sure that you share out your content, not just to your web page, but also to at least 8 or 9 social media sites. Now, when you pay $10 to one social media site and they're guaranteeing to give you 100 to 1,000 viewers, are they being that effective? No. Dallas World Star News. Gabby. Julio Cesar Espin. I see you all. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahavalahim. Shalamat Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all. Thank you for being here. No, they want you to pay to play on that one particular social media platform. No, we want them to pay us for our presence. That's how this works. If you want more information about how to do that, how do you do that without paying? How do you run the organic content creator marketing strategy? Well, everybody's different. There isn't a cookie cutter to this. I'm a consultant. Consulting Edge. You don't hear me talking about Consulting Edge very often. As a matter of fact, I've been doing pro bono marketing for about 3 or 4 years now. You all have been seeing my pro bono efforts. The prior agreement was once everything is established, I would take 25% out of the profit. The rest of it would go to the group that I was doing the service for. And even out of that 25%, all I wanted was 12. Because I was going to give the rest back anyway. You know, sometimes you can lead people to water and they put their whole face in it. Then other people cup their hands and take sips. And then other people tell you, I'm not even thirsty right now. Put that on the back of the stove and let it simmer. Some people aren't thirsty because they're focused on the battle that they're already going to. This water will not slake my thirst until this battle is over. I'll drink after the enemy is vanquished. Because there is an enemy. If you call yourself supplicating prayers and petitions to our Creator, you are also saying, I am willing to step into the battle. No, you don't have to do 1,000 or 100 push-ups, but there is going to be one push-up required of you. Whatever your talent happens to be, dedicate yourself to doing that. In the name of our Creator, in the name of Lord over all worlds, in the name of our Protector, because they're one and the same. There is only one worthy of worship, and you put none beside the one who made everything, set everything into balance, and owns everything. When everything was set into balance, that was the established system. Anything outside of the will of the one who made everything, set it into balance, and owns it, anything outside of that will is outside of the standard, and it is a corrupt system. Is that clear? Do we have to let that simmer? We will get along a lot further on this path if we're not sitting around bickering over things that don't matter. If you're sitting there bickering about how to pronounce something and there's still somebody sitting over on the other side of the street that needs a meal, you better duck, because you're probably going to get a jab from me while I'm on my way over across the street. Get out of my way. Is that understood? Entiendes? I don't have time to sit there and talk about
what I meant when I said something. I said what I said, and Hit says what Hit says. Don't come correct me. If I'm telling you something, it's because there's a blueprint right there. If you're going to do anything, you can tell me whether or not you can be part of the team or you have to pass. Do me that respect because I'm doing the respect of telling you what I got going on. ¿Entiendes? Comprende. Muy bien. Yolanda Pacheco. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahweh Elohim. Shalom Aparah. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. There is one way. Our Messiah walked the same way. If you ask him how he walked, he'll tell you, I walked the divine path. Where you get the divine path from? Man, who got it from a man named Noah, who got it from a man named Methuselah, who got it from a man named Enoch, who got it from Seth, who got it from Adam. Same path the whole time. I don't care what country or region you come from. You were born on a planet. The whole planet was created at one time. There's not one speck on this planet that is more sacred than the other. There's not one thing on this planet that is more sacred than the other. You need to get out of the back pocket of your ego in your back pocket. For those of you who don't understand what that means, it means alto. Su está en su culo. And you need to fix that. Get your head out of your back pocket. ¿Entiendes? Too many people arguing when all we got to do is work together. Too many people trying to choose what name of a crayon they are instead of realizing we live on a planet. You can tell a lot about a person by whatever river they grew up next to. That's all you got to say. My name's so-and-so. I'm from so-and-so area. We ain't have no rivers. It was a dried up creek and a little bitty pond. Or, I'm from so-and-so. My name's so-and-so. Yeah, there was a couple of rivers and there was this and that. We didn't go there too often. You can tell a lot about a person. Get your copyrights. Get your barcodes. Get your ISRCs. Get yourself registered properly. And even after you do that, you go about actively showing your work. I know someone in the room right now who does exactly that. A few who do exactly that. Excuse me. And that's why this particular hawk will fly over their shoulder and let them know anything that's coming, anything that was behind us, anything around us, whether it be help or foe. You flex with me, I flex with you. And we ain't putting on stunts. Chamla Guy, I see you. Bree, I see you. Max Cantrell, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Aparah. Bree, look like a familiar name and face. Great to have you here. Even before you consider being someone in business who wants to seek an LLC, you can be a sole proprietor. You can write a business proposal with 7 sections. One of those sections, the first one, is your cover sheet. That's your name, the business name, and ways to contact you, your phone number, post office box, mailing address, email address, website. How many of you have gotten that far? Because you don't have to have a physical address. However, what's the name of your business? Where can somebody contact you in order to get a request in for your services? Page 1. In each of these sections, they might be short. However, you can dedicate 1 page to describe what you're doing. As a sole proprietor, you don't need 1,000 pages to describe your business. 7 things you need to let people know. What is your mission statement? What are you here to do? Make money? No. How are you being a boon and a benefit to the community around you? Nicolanta, I see you. Hashem Yahav Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Even after the mission statement, you got to talk about who is in the executive position. Oh, I'm a sole proprietor, so I'm in the executive position. If somebody has a question and they walk in, well, I'm the one who unlocked the door, turned the lights on, turned on the open sign. You'll be speaking with me, whether it's a complaint or if it's a thanks. Get your copyright. You can do that for free. Get your barcode, get your ISRC, get yourself distributed. Make sure you have a website. Make sure you are actually on 8 to 9 different platforms. I don't know if I can do all that. Okay, pay me $190 per month. We can do that up to about 3 months. About 3 months, you should be able to do it yourself and generate $190. I'm going to show you a way to generate what you pay me. Well, I look at your stuff. You ain't got a whole bunch of numbers. It don't take numbers. It takes people investing in you, investing in your efforts. What you see as numbers and as what's analytics on the social media doesn't mean much of anything, because you don't get to see the background, the real analytics, unless you happen to be that person who runs that profile. And even it's up to that person to know how to access those numbers. Where you see only 10 views, I might see 2,000 impressions. That means that somebody might have only seen a picture for about 3 seconds, kept scrolling. That's an impression. That is still somebody who saw it. And the next time they see something that came from me, they will recognize, oh, that's so-and-so. And then on the 3rd or 4th time, because it keeps showing up in their face, and they're trying to figure out why they keep showing up, and he must be buying this. But no, you're not seeing any paid sponsorships. But you see hashtag evergreen, hashtag content creator, hashtag one deep. See, y'all try to flex with me that I can do bad. Or to bar, being one deep. I don't have to be in front of this camera talking with y'all. But if I don't, I damn my own soul when it's time for me to go to really sleep. That's why I'm here. If I run into 100 and 10 of y'all walk with me, that's what's up. If I run into 101 of you walk with me, that's what's up. If none of you do, it's still what's up, because I'm just here to deliver the message. It is said that when we pass away and we go to our own personal big sleep, we will be greeted by our Creator. And when we do, we will be asked, have you heard Al-Fatiha? If you've been listening for the last minute or two, you've heard Al-Fatiha in Farsi. You want to know what it means? Well, most of the time I share. However, it's time for you to show and study and show yourself approved. Go to Quran.com, Quran.com. Look up the first surah. It's called Al-Fatiha. When you see our Creator, You'll be able to say, yeah, I heard it. Mhm. I heard the message. There's a guy, every time I see him, he looked like an angry mop or something. But yeah, he delivered the message. Lola this, Lola that. Love Jackie. Erica. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Surah Al-Fatiha is the opening to the Quran. It's the first surah, 7 lines. If you don't read any of the rest of the Quran, I invite you to read at least those 7 verses, those 7 ayah. Al-Fatiha, A-L-F-A-T-I-H-A, Al-Fatiha. Why? My mission is to make sure that the people know about Asher. And the more you hang out with me, the more you're going to learn some stories. Y'all going to learn something. See, the last time I was broadcasting, we were actually going through the Jews in the Quran. There's 30 sections in the Quran. And if you go through a full fast, you would do 1 day, 1 Jews, and you would be able to cover each section of the Quran in 30 days while you fast. You would not partake in any beverages or food from sun up to sundown. And during that time, you may carry on your usual daily practices, the work that you do, or if you happen to be in toil instead, because there's a big difference. Or you may spend that time in contemplation, study, prayer, worshiping. It is best to spend the whole day in contemplation, praying, and in worship, giving thanks. After you've done this for 30 days straight, not only will you have completed the Quran, it is also recommended that you pick up right from there and do it again. Because nobody's going to get it right the first round. It said it might take you 7 times. And out of the 7 times, you'd have to put all of them together just to get an idea of how to do it the right way, how to do it the Tabal way, the lawful way, the halal way. So the last time I was actually doing a broadcast was around the time of winter solstice. Some of you get all spooked out. Winter solstice? Equinox? What are you talking about? Do you know when the longest day and night of the year is? See, there's one day where it's the longest during the sunlight time. And then there's another one where it's the longest during the night time. That happens on the Greco-Roman December 21st day. However, that's not the calendar that I use. It will fall in the 9th month. And you'll even find Asher on the calendar that I use. Now, this particular 9th month, there's a start, and then it ends in that 10th month. And on the 20th day of your fast would be that day with the longest night. It only happens one time every year at the same time every year. It does not change. You can tell a lot about a person from the calendar that they use. Demi, I see you. Evelyn, I see you. Shem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Aparat. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you all for being here. We've almost made it to the 3-hour mark. So tengo triste. I'm starting to get thirsty. So tengo hambre. I'm starting to get hungry too. I'm actually starting to feel full. You see, I get driven and I don't get a chance to deliver the message. That's my daily preoccupation. Find a way somehow to make sure that I get the message put out there. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You say you living your best life, LIFE, living in fantasy eternally is what you're doing. Talking about you living your best life. What about the person right next to you? We're all pieces of one reality. So how you living your best life and the other person next to you is suffering. That includes if they happen to be 2,000 miles away from you. MBZ Waki. Are you related to Jabberwocky? Terry's Tropical Territories. Ashim Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for coming to the party. Another party in Sherwood Forest. Brought to you by Mafia Soy Publications. I pray you all enjoyed this presentation. Michael Frazier. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Uh-oh. Screen's going dark. Are you signing out on me, phone? I think that's it. That might be it. Yep. That's it for TikTok. So we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Let's see. I got my charger with me today, but I don't think it has any juice. No, I got juice. We've got juice, so I can close out properly. Give me just a moment. I want to make sure that I do that. Ooh. Oh, it's never good when my backpack drops. Something vital might have been damaged. It's never good when this backpack drops. Okay. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna hear you however you rain while I get this other one charged up a bit so that I can come back on. Oh wait, it's saying hold on. It's saying that it was on. It just blanked out. It just quit. I quit. Man, signal be hating. You dig? And it was only down to 5%. So yeah, you already know what's up. I need to grab a couple of swigs of coffee, so I'm about to turn TikTok back on, and we are going to listen to some For You However You Rain while I take a couple of swigs. Yo tengo triste. Come on, yes, going live. I wonder if it did that because it was hot. Hace calor. It's hot. 3, 2, 1. Tres, dos, uno. Verde. Arriba, arriba. Thank you to everybody who did hang out and stay. Come on, boot on up. There we go. Humble JB, I see you. Thank you to everybody who stayed. Thank you. I had to come back to make sure that I did at least close out correctly. I don't know if it's because the phone overheated or what, but no, it wasn't out of battery. So we're going to go ahead and finish this out. Man, this has been a serious session. We've gone 2 hours and almost 45 minutes. I'm going to play the song. And we can close out after the song. It's been a wonderful session. I want to thank you all for being here. Tada, gracias, grazie, ashante, Spasibo. And however else you can say thank you. Did I? I should cry. There we go. The song's brought to you by Cold Before Diamond. I see you, Nova. Bienvenuto. Hashem Yahav Elohim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Key, I see you. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. Let's close out on this song called For Yahweh You Reign. And then we'll also play Psalms 1. Look up at this blue sky and the lights. Yeah. Yahweh You Reign, brought to you by the album For Yahweh, Gold Before Diamond Productions. That was Yahweh You Reign. Up next, we're going to do Psalms 1. Speak life to your loved ones. Very Tabata to see you over here. Hey, sups. Hashem Yahav Elohim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Till next time, many much love, peace, and respect. I want to thank you all for being here. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Inshallah, we'll be right back here. Adon willing. This phone's doing something weird. You can connect with other. There we go. 8 new messages. I'm trying to catch up here. Invite Moose Amir. Invite Jack. Invite Reggie's. Invite Kieran Bling Baddies. Invite Go to Bo. Invite Swayze. Invite Dawn Too Bright. I don't really invite people up on the panel because when I come to deliver the message, I have things that I need to say. Now, in prior times, I have said at the end of the message, I am willing to open up a panel afterwards, but not while I'm talking. I don't mind people even putting in comments while I'm talking, and I respond, especially if it's pertaining to what we're talking about. But no, I don't really invite people as a guest. And right now, we're just doing a return and a review and getting reacquainted. It's going to take at least 2 weeks for us to do that because we have to go through 10 different special interest groups. So, Adon willing, we can catch up tomorrow. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inshallah. Yubarik aluma wa sahaba. Alhamdulillah, shukran subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ameen. In the name of our Creator, please bless and heal family, community, and the promise keepers. We thank you. All praises to the only one worthy of praise. Ameen. La ilaha illallah. Y'all have a great day. Much love and respect. Edward Martinez, I see you. Monix, I see you. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom, Ad Barak. Wallahu assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.